Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more details videos. Eala topples former doubles partner in Eastbourne Open qualifiers. Manila, Philippines. The grind continues for Eala with the Wimbledon, just a little over a week away. The Filipina standout saw a familiar face across the net but took care of business anyway, defeating her former doubles partner Zeynep Sams of Turkey in dominant fashion, 6-1, 6-3, in the opening round of the qualifiers of the WTA 250 Lexus Eastbourne Open on Saturday, June 21, in the United Kingdom. Eala and Sams previously teamed up in the 2024 First Empire Women's Indoor in Slovakia and in the 2023 ITF Chaotic Open in Luxembourg. They made the semifinals of both tournaments. The pair also faced off in the singles quarterfinals of the 2023 W60 NG Open Nantes at Tantique, where Eala emerged triumphant in straight sets. All this history provided valuable information for Eala in breaking down Sams in a surprisingly lopsided match. A look at Alex Cooper's dating history. From the opening set, Eala served notice that she would not give Sams any breathing room as the Filipina threatened to break 3 times in the second game before the Turkish no. One held on to even the count at 1-1. That was the only window Eala would give Sams to put her name on the scoreboard as the Filipina ace blanked her foe the rest of the way to take the first set at 6-1 in just 30 minutes. The second set was still all Eala, even as Sams tried her hardest to make things interesting. The world no. 77 Filipina broke serve in the very first game and jumped to a 2-0 lead before the world no. 82 Sams captured the third game to narrow the count. As the 20-year-old Eala opened a 4-1 advantage, she continued to control the rallies and overpower her foe. Sams fought back to cop the next 2 games, but that was the farthest Eala would allow her to go. It was all over after just 1 hour and 12 minutes as Eala capped off her brilliant performance by breaking the 23-year-old Turkish's serve for the 8th time in the match. Eala will need one more win in the last round of the qualifiers to make the main draw of the event held at the grass courts of the Devonshire Park Lawn Tennis Club. She will need, though, to pass a tough test against qualifying round top seed and world no. 56 Haley Baptiste of the United States, who defeated no. 84 Yu Yuan in the first round, 7-5, 6-3. The 23-year-old American is coming off a breakthrough showing in the French Open, where she reached the 4th round. Eala, who will become the first Filipino in the tennis open era to make the Wimbledon singles main draw, which will begin on June 30, saw action last week in the WTA 250 Lexus Nottingham, where she also had to win 2 qualifying matches to earn a spot in the main draw. Unfortunately, she was eliminated in the opening round after she fell in straight sets, 6-4, 6-3, to world no. 31 Magdalene of France. Rappler.com. A gentle breeze drifted across the grass courts of Eastbourne as the sun began its descent, casting long shadows over the net. In that golden hour, something electric buzzed in the air, not just the buzz of summer, but the palpable tension of a story years in the making. Across the court stood 2 women whose paths have been inextricably linked. Eala, the Filipino prodigy on a meteoric rise, and Oksana Selekmateva, the Russian she once partnered to Grand Slam glory. Their past was written in triumphs and shared locker room dreams. In 2021, they had stood side by side, soaring to the girls' doubles crown at Roland Garros. But today, their partnership had dissolved, replaced by rivalry as they faced off in the Eastbourne Open qualifiers. 1. From partners to opponents. Remember when they hoisted that French Open title together? Wildflowers blossoming in spring. Today they met again, but across the net, both had matured. Oksana honed her steady all-court play. Alex sharpened her ferocious ground strokes. But their shared history lingered in every rally. Alex, now 20 and a polished left-hander in the lineage of legends, carried a different aura, the weight of expectations from a nation, and a fearless spark in her two-handed backhand. She had climbed to a career-high singles ranking inside the WTA Top 70 in May 2025. She'd stunned top 5 opponents in Miami, an upset that heralded her arrival. And even today, her serve had that deceptive bite. Oksana, ever reliable, had always been calm under pressure, her doubles expertise translating into reliable returns and court vision. But tonight, battling for her own entry, She found Alex's familiarity both comfort and torment. Oksana, ever reliable, had always been calm under pressure, her doubles expertise translating into reliable returns and court vision. But tonight, battling for her own entry, she found Alex's familiarity both comfort and torment. 2. The opening salvo. Echoes of alliance. The first few games felt like a formality. Warm-up moderation. Alex, serving first, held promptly. Oksana responded in kind. There was a graceful symmetry to it, almost ritualistic. Yet something shifted at 3-3. Alex's return came scorching down the line, a nod to that same red clay aggression that powered her Miami breakthrough. Oksana paused, eyes narrowing, a fleeting recognition of the hand that once packed Ed with hers, and now struck with aim. The first set tie-break was a tapestry of tiny dramas. A double fault, a scramble volley, a collected overhead. Alex, hard-hammering, saw the scoreboard flick ahead. She closed it 7-5, and the former partners exhaled in unison. A breath of past partnership now tinged in rivalry. 3. The rematch within each point. Set 2 opened on quieter notes. Oksana attempted a high-percentage strategy, bodying Alex, testing her defense. But the prodigy dug deep. At 2-2, a rally stretched 14 strokes, with both women dancing around drop shots and lobs. When Alex flicked her angled backhand wide, the crowd erupted. It wasn't fiery or loud. It was right. At 5-4, Alex served. She wavered briefly at 15-30, the memory of shared strategies whispering in her ear. She rectified with a clean ace out wide, her focus razor sharp. One game later, she served again. Summoning the composure that guided her through Miami's top-tier challenge, she closed the match 7-5. In that final rally, Alex fired a return deep into Oksana's backhand corner, then stepped in to unleash a forehand drop volley combo. The ball trickled over the net, kissed the grass, and Oksana stood frozen, realization dawning. Their journeys were now wholly separate. 4. Tears, respect, redemption. The last ball echoed. Alex dropped her racket, head resting momentarily on her strings, tears in her eyes, not for victory alone, but for closure. Oksana offered her hand, firm and unbroken. The handshake of sisters who had gone to war and emerged changed. In the press circle afterward, Alex spoke softly. Playing Oksana again brings back so many memories. We built something together, and playing today, I felt both pride and sadness. But I'm here now, walking my own path. It was a moment of grace, a recognition that badminton partnerships, even those that give us joy, have expiry dates. And when they expire, they make room for the next chapter. 5. A career in bloom. Alexa's win in Eastbourne's qualifiers was more than a match. It was a milestone. It echoed her hard-fought top 70 breakthrough. It echoed the mental steel she forged rolling through Eala Swiatek and Madison Keys in April's Miami semifinal run. N.Wikipedia.org. +1. Reddit.com. +1. It told the world she's no longer just a junior star. She is the real deal. Her doubles history with Oksana still shimmers in the past, a golden thread linking her current quest. But tonight, she turned that thread into armor. She carried it forward, raised it high, and made it anew, on her own. In the British twilight, as she stepped off the court, the evening breeze carried applause, distant. For Alex, grass season in England began with memory, challenge, and triumph. More challengers await in the main draw, but tonight belonged to her. An ex-partner turned opponent, a shared victory transformed into sudden isolation, and a triumph that felt like metamorphosis. No longer just Eala the junior champion, no longer just Filipina breakout, she is Alex Eala, the rising force. And in Eastbourne, she didn't just qualify, she rose. Context and career highlights, real-world milestones. Alexandra Eala achieved the career-high singles ranking of No. 69 on May 19, 2025. N.Wikipedia.org. She broke into the top 100 in late March 2025 after her remarkable Miami Open run, including victories over top 5 players. Rappler.com. +15. N.Wikipedia.org. +15. Reddit.com. +15. Her previous doubles partnership with Oksana Selikmateva included the 2021 French Open Girls doubles title. Spin depth. +3. Rappler.com. plus 3 m.com. Plus 3. Eala had exacted revenge on Oksana before, in August 2024 at the Kerry IDF Beauty 100, ending a previous 0-3 singles head-to-head record with 2 straight tiebreaker sets.